Cardio obsession. Let's talk about it. It seems that on social media, it has become so normalized to have this obsessive amount of cardio that people are doing on the daily. And I wish that I could have realized that, wow, this is not sustainable at all. So a while ago, I started this account, and originally I was like, okay, I'm gonna fit in with all of the other influencers and try and copy their routines and do what they do, try and post motivational videos. No, the videos I was posting were literally like harsh motivation. Like that, it was not a healthy place for me to be in, especially for where I was at mentally, posting these like harsh motivational quotes, if you can even call it that. No. But I was trying to fit in. So I was like, okay, let's try this out. So I became obsessed with the Stairmaster. And that led me down a very dark, steep slope. I was waking up every day, going to do 45 to 50 minutes fasted of cardio on the Stairmaster. And then I was coming home, and then I would go to my lifts and wonder why I had no energy to do so. Girl, why do you think you had no energy to do so? I wish I could go back in time, shake that girl, and be like, stop. Like, this is not who you are. This is not what you want to post. This is not the type of content you want to create. This is not the message. This is not the message. Not only did it ruin my relationship with my family, friends, and myself, but I lost the muscle that I worked years to build. So now we're rebuilding. Don't worry, we're in a bulk. But it was impossible, what felt like impossible, to get to the point that I am now. Getting out of this cycle is the best thing that I ever did to myself, but it was so hard. I can make another video talking about the steps that I took to get out of that obsessive cycle that I was in, but I promise it's the best thing that I've ever done for myself. I finally feel like I don't need to burn a certain amount to earn food. I have energy for my lifts. I'm progressing in all of my lifts, and I feel amazing. But also, I have a better relationship with my families. My mood is so much more stable, and I actually can hold a conversation without thinking, oh my God, I need to get more steps. Oh my God, my watch only says this many calories burned. Like, that's not a way to live. Also, your body needs rest, and it is just not sustainable to do so much cardio every single day. And it's also not necessary. Yes, cardio is great for your health, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's not. However, doing it in an obsessive manner, especially if you are not a bodybuilder on prep, stop living like one, okay? Like, no more of that. I was living like I was on prep for a show. That is not healthy. A bodybuilder's life, that is a sport. That is not a lifestyle. So living like one is just not gonna do anything good for you. I promise you that. And it's also not necessary, especially if you're not competing. Now, I still do cardio. However, it looks like a realistic amount of steps for my day-to-day goal, not 20,000. No, that's not a realistic number at all. At all. My range is now 10 to 12 because I am an active person, so I just naturally kind of reach that step count anyways. But also, if I don't reach it, I'm not freaking out. And then 2 days of the week after my lifts, I will do something a little bit more intense. But after leg days, no. And after every single lift, absolutely not. It's not necessary. It can be so hard to not compare yourself to other people you see online, but I promise you, just because your favorite influencer or everyone that you are seeing on social media is doing so much cardio every single day does not mean it's necessary and does not mean it's sustainable for everybody. As a normal girl, I was unable to even sustain a job because I had no energy because of how much cardio I was doing. So just take that into account and just realize that your body deserves rest, and you also do not need to treat yourself like you are on prep. Please. Over time, it does get easier, and there is an out of that cycle. And I promise you, it is so much better when you can just give your body a break.